Hi students, it's Dr. Rimler again, and in this video I'm just going to give you a quick examination of a sample annotated bibliography so that you will know what yours should look like as you're working on it. Please keep in mind that as I walk you through this document, I am using fictional sources. They do not align with the topics that I've asked you to align sources to. Again, if I use actual sources aligned with our actual topics, I would be doing the work for you, so I'm trying to avoid doing that. Let's take a look first at the upper left-hand corner of this document. You'll notice that I've typed my name, the title of the course, and the date. That's how I would like your document to look when you compose yours. You don't have to use the same font that I used. I used Arial font. You could use any font that you like as long as it's a standard font. Please don't choose one that's in cursive or that's too decorative or fancy. Calibri in Microsoft Word is the default font in that word processor. In Google Docs, I believe Arial is the default font. 12 points or 11 points will do nicely. Once you get to the heading of the page, of the first page, you should type the word references. Notice that I have just typed it in a standard font, in a standard size. I haven't distinguished this heading in any way. It's not in all caps, it's not underlined, it's not in quotation marks, it's not italicized, it's just in a standard font, not in bold type. When you write your own titles and your own headings, you don't have to punctuate them. APA style dictates that you write your heading in this way. Notice that I have on this first page 2 citations. The citations are double spaced. The annotations are also double spaced. If you would like to put an additional space between your citations and annotations, you may do that just to keep them separate from each other. But again, I haven't enumerated my citations. I haven't put them in bold type. I haven't distinguished them in any way. I have written them and formatted them in the way that the APA style dictates. Look at my first annotation by Lloyd Aspinwall. The first line of that citation is flush with the left margin, but the second line of that citation is tabbed over about 5 spaces, and that's how APA style is written, with the first line at the left margin and then second and subsequent lines indented about 5 spaces. That's called a hanging indent. And when you have a references page, that's how a reader can tell where one citation ends and another begins. If you look at the second citation by Stephen Christopher, that citation is written in 2.5 lines. So you'll notice that the first line is flush left at the margin, and the second and third lines are at a hanging indent format. Look at the annotations that I've written. Each one is between 100 and 200 pages long. You're not able to see the entire annotation for the second source because it continues on to the second page, and we are just looking at the first page of this document. But you'll notice that I have 1 sentence dedicated to the research purpose, 1 or 2 sentences dedicated to the methods of the research. I've got 1 sentence dedicated to the findings of the research, and then 1 or 2 sentences dedicated to the conclusions and implications of the research. The last sentence of each annotation is a brief reflection on my take of the article. The reflection does not have to be praise of the article. It doesn't have to explain how the article might be useful to you, although you may write that if you would like. If you think that the article is not useful to you, or if you have some critical thinking that you'd like to apply to that article, that would be fine as well. So that is a quick look at the sample annotated bibliography. Of course, if you have any questions about it, you're welcome to email me and let me know. Thank you.